A lot of startup companies are pretty huge successes while some aren't. Today I'm going to cover 10 startup companies that made millions in the first year. Welcome back to Invest For You. Let's get into the video. Number 10, Gumroad. How do you know you've got a killer side project idea? When you're a college dropout who somehow became employee number 4 at Pinterest and decided to quit to pursue it. That was the case for Sahil Lavingia. While still working at Pinterest as a designer, he realized it was unnecessarily tough to sell digital products online. He tweeted his idea to get validation and then built a side project, Gumroad, in a weekend. It's now used by everyone from Eminem to Tim Ferriss. Number 9, Khan Academy. While tutoring his cousins, Khan Academy founder Sal Khan got a bit of a backhanded compliment. They preferred seeing him online rather than meeting him in person. What could have been an easily brushed off comment stuck with Khan, and so he began creating 10-minute YouTube clips on subjects ranging from biology to art, all while being employed as a hedge fund analyst. When things started to take off, Khan quit his job and now employs more than 100 people. Number 8, Houzz. If you search for anything home decor or renovation related, you're more than likely to stumble across a listing on Houzz. The marketplace community directory services more than 40 million monthly users and employs over 1,000 people, but its beginnings were more than humble. Frustrated with the lack of online resources available while they were renovating their home, the founders, husband and wife, Adi Tadarko and Alan Cohen, built their own with 20 parents from Adi and Alan's kids' school and a few architects and designers from the Bay Area as its first users. Today, they're worth $4 billion. Number 7, Oculus. There's lots of stories of famous companies starting in garages: Apple, Google, Amazon, HP, and Oculus. After a long day working at USC's Mixed Reality Lab, founder Palmer Luckey would retire to his garage to try to build the future of virtual reality. After one of the most successful Kickstarter campaigns ever, Luckey quit his job, dropped out of school, and would go on to sell Oculus to Facebook for a cool $2 billion. Number 6, AppSumo. You don't need huge buckets of funding to build your side project. If you don't believe me, just look at AppSumo, the daily deals site for digital goods and services, which was started for a measly $50. Founder Noah Kagan shared with me the story of how he was doing marketing for Mint.com when he recognized the need for a discount site for online companies. He invested his own cold hard cash to build a landing page and collect emails. They hit 1 million in sales in their first year and have been building a sales team focused on increasing that number every year. Number 5, Unsplash. What do you do with photos left over from a photo shoot for your startup's landing page? Build the web's best depository for royalty-free photos, of course. When Canadian startup crew hired a professional photographer for a shoot, they got more than they could use. But rather than let those photos disappear on a hard drive, they threw them up on a site and gave them away for free. One viral Hacker News post later, and the photos have been downloaded over 50,000 times. Today, Unsplash hosts tens of thousands of gorgeous photos still free to download, and has become the go-to place for free imagery. Number 4, Craigslist. You just can't kill Craigslist. While you might not place it in the top echelon of tech companies, there's gotta be something said for the more than 20-year-old classified site ability to weather the times. But where did it all start? As a newcomer to San Francisco in the early 90s, former IBM employee Craig Newmark created an email list for social events to help him meet people. It caught on, and people started using it for more than just meetups, eventually inspiring Craig to quit his day job and build Craigslist into a billion-dollar company. Number 3, Twitter. While ubiquitous now, Twitter was once a tiny side project created by podcasting platform Odeo during a company hackathon. It was nothing but an outlet for a few employees, and although CEO Ev Williams supported it, investors and the press couldn't care less. Just look at this decade-old TechCrunch review. What is this company doing to make their core offering compelling? How do their shareholders feel about the side projects like Twitter when their primary product line is, besides the excellent design, a total snoozer? Turns out what they were doing was building an entirely new business and changing the way to communicate online, all without even realizing it at the time. Number 2, Groupon. How does a social network for activists turn into a daily deal site that scaled to 45 countries and a $1 billion valuation within 2 years of launching? Groupon's journey to success is a sort of weird and twisted path that defines a startup mentality. Originally called The Point, a social network that connected users who wanted to rally behind a specific cause, the seed of Groupon was planted when founder Eric Lefkofsky saw users banding together to buy an item in bulk and receive a discount. Spurred on by the economic collapse of 2008, they decided to launch Groupon locally in Chicago, and the rest is history. Number 1, Product Hunt. Do you need to be technical to start a tech business? What about one that's based around uncovering the latest tech tools? For Ryan Hoover, founder and CEO of Product Hunt, a platform and community that helps people discover new tech products and engage with their team, that was never a problem. Instead of agonizing over the technical aspects of his side project idea, he decided to do what he knew he could. I wasn't an engineer, so I wasn't going to invest the time or money in building an entire site from the start. but I could build an email list really easily. I started one and invited a few dozen investors, founders, and other friends of mine who I thought might like this and who had an inside track of what kind of tech products were cool. In the few years since launching, Product Hunt grew into a community of hundreds of thousands of monthly users and recently sold to AngelList for $20 million. Also, keep in mind that even if you're an engineer choosing to consciously make the switch away from actually building and instead toward managing a team of developers, working to launch your side projects might be the best course of action in terms of utilizing your own limited time resources. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.